Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. What we have here is a 2006, I believe, Dodge Charger. Let's find the date code here, just to be sure. We have a, right here. It is a 07. It was dated manufacture right here, 07 Dodge Charger. It's actually a police Interceptor. However, it is a Dodge RT, Dodge Charger RT. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna change out the oil pressure sensor, and we're also gonna change out the serpentine belt. Okay, first thing we're gonna need to do is take this off to gain access to the serpentine belt. And right here, we're gonna take this off. There's a screw. And right here, we're gonna take this off. It's a screw. And we're gonna disconnect this electrical and pull this off. That way we can gain access for the serpentine belt. So I'm helping my neighbor with his car. So he has kids. So it's gonna be a little bit of a different video than we've had before. So we're gonna have kids in this video. We're not going to show them. All right. All right, the way to take this off is you pull this red unlock. And it should pop off, but it looks like it's trying to, oh no. You pull the red and then you unclip the clip. That's how you do it. And then we pull this and pull this. It should pop right off. There, now we have access to the belt that we need. So right inside here is a belt tensioner. If you can see right here. Now, there's a little hole in there. So when I pull on my wrench, I will release the tension off the belt. It's right in there. I'm gonna try to zoom in for you. Okay, so if you can see, what we've done is we've put the wrench inside the hole, and we're going to push the wrench this way. And what it'll do is it'll release the tension on that belt. Okay, so we're about to get it off, so I'm going to release tension. And here we go. I released it. Now it's time to pull it off the belt. Now it's time to release tension all the way. So here goes. Now in the age of the internet, we're able to check to see what the orientation of the belt is on the internet. But if you're unsure, all you have to do is take a photo. But the reason why I didn't take a photo is because there's limited space in here for photos. So let me show you the reason why we're switching out this belt. Do you see the cracks? This belt has been on there probably since it was built, and the cracks are too much. So the new belt, so here's what we're gonna do. In order to check to see if we got the right belt, to compare them. And if I'm holding this and I'm pulling, it is the same size belt, if you can see. So let's put the new belt on. So it goes around the alternator and up and over. I think this is the water pump. Make sure the teeth are lined up. Then it goes over this one. Goes down around the bottom one, which is, I believe, the AC pulley.
Hold on.
Alright, so we almost have it all the way around. I wanted to do this now so that I didn't forget the orientation. So there we go, almost on. But obviously I'm not going to be able to put it on without using the wrench again. Sorry you guys can't see what's going on inside here. But right now I'm trying to work it around that air conditioner pulley. It's around all the others. So now I have it right here. It only has a little bit left to go. So what I'll do is I'll put this tool back in here. You got the belt? Sometimes it's best to have two hands. Sometimes two hands get in the way, so. Here we go. Now, as I pull and hope it doesn't slip, he's gonna be able to pull it around that pulley, just like that. Now we can let it go. We'll check the path. Everything seems to be on its ribs. So belt is finished. All right, so the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put the throttle body, we're gonna put the hose on the throttle body and the hose on the intake. Now I noticed when I took it off, this particular one was not tight, so we're gonna remedy that when and this is a little bit loose as well. We might address, there might be oh, I see what's going on. Okay, so look, if you guys see this, we just bought this car new, used. My friend just bought it. Basically, if you can see right down in here, the air intake is not locked into its carrier. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna undo this. We're gonna undo this and undo this. This wasn't locked in. And we're gonna gently pull that out. I'm gonna see if there's any kind of mount that's missing down here, causing it to be loose like so. And I believe there was a piece of plastic back down in here that should go in a hole, but it is now gone. So we'll have to live with that.
Okay. We can take this off and see under it, make it better.
Okay. All right, so this should be about a 10 millimeter. So we'll pop the 10 millimeter on there. 10 millimeter? Yes. Oh, and it was loose. So somebody's been in this before. Okay, dump that out. Let's see if everything's okay down here. All right, so there's a big hole right there. I mean, there's a big hole for the intake, and then there's a little hole, and that's what this protrusion goes into. So that's all that's required. So it might be just loose. It might be just loose. No problem. All right, so we'll put that back in there. Make sure that the hole lines up back here, and it's cracked. See that? It's cracked.
That's how it should sit, like this.
All right, now we'll put the screw back down inside where it's supposed to go. And we'll tighten that up. Make sure we don't cross thread. There we go. And before, when we took it off, it was a little bit loose. We're gonna make sure it's tight unless it's already stripped, which it is. It's stripped, so it's okay. It's not a structural component. It should be fine.
You can always put another washer here.
We could, but the plastic thing that it goes into is stripped. But it's okay. It's not gonna harm anything. So let's place the air filter back in there. Check the air filter. It needs to be replaced, but it's okay for now. It's a car that he just bought. Now, in order to put this back, we have to line up these three holes with these three things right here. And this is the reason why it was we needed to open it up anyway, because these were not in their spots. So let's go ahead and do that. Lining up the three. Okay, perfect. They're lined up. that click means it's in there right. So now we have filtered air getting into the engine. And as you see right here, some of the dust has made it into the intake, which is concerning. We'll change the oil and use a little hope that everything's going to be okay. All right, we're lining that up. Now I'm lining this one up. We'll put it back on. And last step is to go ahead and tighten that down where it was before. So let's tighten this down. Oops. All right. We'll get it on there square. Making quick work of this. Everything's tight, everything's lined up the right way. Last step is to put the sensor back on until we hear the click, and then the red lock that locks it in place. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna address the oil pressure switch. We don't know if the auto parts store has given us the correct one, so we will definitely check before we completely switch it out. This could be a messy job. But we had, what's the code that it gave us?
P0520.
P0520, and it also gave us another one, which was P0521. Typically, it's not receiving, the computer's not receiving the signal from the oil pressure safety switch, basically. So the car is operating fine. It just, we need to make sure that when it has a low pressure condition, that the oil light will come on as needed.